morning. Today begins day 8 of my COVID Duck Chronicles, and you might be asking me, Laurel, what did you learn in your first week of having new ducklings, something you've never done before? And there they are in the background there. When I walked in, they were all bunched together in a warm little group at the end of the brooder. So let's see, what have I learned in a week of being a duck wrangler? Something I thought I'd never do, by the way. I'm still questioning myself. I'm still wondering, what the heck have I gotten myself into? So let's see, I've learned several things. I've learned that they're more hardy than you might imagine. They're adorable. Every single day they're adorable. There's no denying that. And for people who asked, why did you get ducks instead of chickens? Many reasons. My husband had done some research and he discovered that ducks are more hardy than chickens, and especially in colder climates. They adapt well to colder climates, particularly the khaki Campbell ducklings do. So that was a good thing. And they produce a lot of eggs. Chickens generally lay for about 2 years, I read. Maybe 3 if you're lucky. Ducks will lay for 3-4 years. And so that's a benefit, with the work that you put into these little peepers. You want to get something from them, and we got these specifically for eggs. We got specifically 5 females because I'm not yet ready to hatch ducklings. That might be next year. Who knows? I don't know. Every year's a new challenge. But yeah, so the eggs, the hardiness, and you know what? Ducks are just cuter than chickens. I'm just gonna say it. They're just cuter than chickens. I mean, come on. And their beaks are round, so when they peck at you, it's not gonna poke a hole in you. Let's see. I learned that they are social. I would suggest never just getting one duck. If I've heard a couple times people saying, "Oh, I want a duck." Don't get just one duck, because they're social little creatures, and they hang together. And when I come in, typically, like they were sleeping just a minute ago, but now that I'm talking right over their brooder, they're over here, closer to me. And let's see, they're still afraid of my hand a little bit. And again, when I come in the morning, anytime I come in, I'll reach in very, very slowly with my hand open. And it typically takes a little while for the bolder one, and I'm pretty sure there's one bolder one, will come over and will, let me rub her belly, her underside. They talk about the fact that ducklings have good predator sense, and so if something's coming down from above, like if your hand's coming down to grab them, that's going to scare them, because again, predators do that, and I'm going to have to watch when they end up going outside, because we have predators here in Colorado. We've got hawks and eagles and other things that might come from the sky. So I'm a little nervous about that. But yeah, they're getting used to my hand now, and they'll hop right up in it and peck at my wrist meat or my sleeve, whatever I might have on, but very gently. Let's see. In 1 week's time, they've grown significantly. They love the bath when I take them into the sink. Absolutely love that. Why wouldn't they? They're ducks. When I came in this morning, their water was almost all gone. And if you can see this water trough, it's a pretty good sized water trough, and I fill it up every night before I go to bed, and that's, I don't know, maybe around 10 p.m. I'll fill that up, and that'll hold a quart and a half, about almost 6 cups before it starts leaking out the side. So they, all of a sudden on day 7, their water consumption increased, I would say, significantly. And so I might have to think tonight about not having food in there. Because again, I mentioned earlier, you don't want to have food and no water, because ducks, that's one maybe negative about ducks, is that they drink a lot of water, and they need the water in order to swallow their food. So I would hate for them to have dry food in there and be out of water. So I think I might check on that. I'll do a little research today. Pretty sure ducklings can go a night without food if they eat well during the day. And of course, they devoured their peas already. Absolutely love smushed peas. Someday when they're bigger, I'll just be able to throw them out there, on the ground and have them forage for them, and I won't have to warm them and smush them up like I've been doing because they're babies. What else have I learned? They still hate being picked up. Oh man, do they hate being picked up. But, they hate being alone too. When I take one out, they peep really, really loudly, and they want to be together. And they also just don't like being picked up. And again, khaki Campbells, not snuggly ducklings. Don't expect them to be snuggly ducklings, so I'm okay with that. What else? None of them have hopped out of the brooder yet. I asked my friend Erin Farrow. She's an art teacher at Lake County High School in Leadville, a friend of mine from back in Leadville, and she got ducklings a few weeks before I did. And so I've been asking her some questions too, and I really appreciate her answers. In Leadville, of course, is at 10,200 feet elevation, and they still have snow. So I asked if she's put her ducklings out yet, because they're 5 or 6 weeks old right now. She said she hasn't. But none of them have. One of them tried, I guess, to jump out of her brooder. But I'm gonna keep an eye on them. I'm imagining that when they get heavier, it'll be harder for them to jump, and I'm specifically talking about one, my one bold little girl in there. Do I have names yet? Someone asked. No, I don't have names yet. Right now they're just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I couldn't tell you which one's which. They're all just still adorable little fluffy balls of peeping fur. Fur? Is it fur? Fuzz. We'll call it fuzz. It'll be interesting to see once their feathers come in. So, quite a transition from this first week. So, a lot of growth and a lot of personality development in this first week. They're getting used to me, I would say. And I'm going to keep that up. Again, I still come in and I visit them every few hours. I was going to give them a bath yesterday after giving them some strawberries for a treat for their first week anniversary. But then I was looking at my seedlings, which I started way too soon. All part of the homesteading self-sufficiency thing that, trying to do during this pandemic. And my seedlings were screaming to get out of their seed packs. So I decided instead of bathing the girls, they could go another night, and I would take my seedlings down to the garden, and 2 of the raised beds that Mike made for me were ready for planting. So that's what I did last evening. I got them all in there. And we'll see today how they did. Temperatures in Salida are supposed to be in the 70s, 80s, and not dropping down below about 45 at night. So they were either gonna die in their little planters, all root bound, or they might die out there. I hope not. But if they do, I have lots more seeds, and probably next week I will start just new rows of seeds. So yeah, they're adorable. I love their little soft peeping. They're happy, and I would say healthy. We got these ducklings. I ordered them specifically, 5 khaki Campbells, from McMurray Hatchery. And they're not paying me to do this, but I just figured that some people might say, well, what where'd you get them? Or you can get ducklings at Tractor Supply. You can get ducklings at some other big hardware places. But when you get them there, typically you get what's called a straight run. So you won't know the breed of duckling or the gender. And you know, I did a little research and I specifically wanted just females and the khaki Campbells. So that's why I ordered them from Murray McMurray, where we got lots of our stuff. And you know, they showed up healthy and adorable, and they still are healthy and adorable. And I think I'm doing things right. I'm keeping their feed. I think they've eaten about a cup of their feed since yesterday. I put in 2 cups yesterday. But again, you know, the big concern now is water. Also, this is day 8, so yesterday I raised the heat lamp up higher and to have an internal temperature of about 85 right now, which is the suggestion. The suggestion is first week keep it at 90, second week drop it to 85, and you know, get it cooler each week after that. And again, I only plan to have them in here for another couple of weeks, I think. We'll see how fast they grow this week. But I appreciate your tuning in, and you know, there's nothing like a daily dose of ducklings to take your mind off of world stuff and stresses and all the other stuff that's just not quite so cute. I hope you will subscribe and ask your friends to subscribe. Ask me questions, leave comments. I will be happy to respond. So yeah, no names yet. You can make suggestions, but I wouldn't know which one to name which. Hi. Good morning. Yeah, they're drinking a lot of water. Ooh, I might have to, actually at night I might have to take out the food and put in 2 water troughs. We'll see. Thanks for visiting. Come back later. This is day 8.